Alrighty, what is up, folks? My name is Melvin, and welcome to episode 7 of Dream Journal. Let's give ourselves a round of applause because as I was trying to figure out what episode we were on, I said to myself, wow, this wouldn't have happened, like, not even 6 months ago. You guys have no idea how hard it was for me to finish making content. Like, that doesn't happen for me. For a long time, I was very insecure and didn't want to upload something unless it was amazing. So this is kind of me. This is kind of like my therapy session. It's just allowing myself to I can't prepare for this. The only way to prepare for this show is to just do the show itself. Like I just have to do it. Um, and there's something liberating about that. I like having my thoughts expressed, thought out, Like I always had that in me before the internet, before I liked when people heard what I had to say. Um and I'm kind of realizing what with this show is that I can be that person, I don't have to have it's not a requirement for other people to listen. If you want to listen, great, but I'm learning I can just enjoy it just by doing it. So that's why I have to record these. I have to record them because it it makes it feel like one person listened. That's why I record these because overall these don't get views, um, but it doesn't matter to me anymore. It used to, but not anymore. Um, so what can I start with? So this is a place. So it's a place for me to feel free. And again, like I said, saying it feels like there's more power when discussing it versus me thinking it. So right now in my life, uh, it feels really easy to be out of breath, exhausted, um, feel like I don't have control, you know, like someone else is in control of me. Um, so it's nice that I can confirm with myself that, I can feel free from time to time, you know. Alrighty, so we're gonna kind of tell a little story here, okay? So work has felt more unrewarding and less fulfilling. Sure, it's cool that I make cash there, but it's just not. It's it's not a place I want to be around for long, but I'm there for long periods of time. So I'm kind of I feel stuck in a way. So it's even though what I said is true, I So I'm kind of stuck in a position where I have to make my job feel more rewarding. I have no choice. Like, I really don't want to feel worse about my life. So it's like I have to start looking at the bright side. Because if not, I'm just going to be I'm just going to be a downer. This is too much of a downer. And I can't keep being a downer. I have to start looking at the bright side of life. I have to, I have to put way more of an effort to like put on a face, put on a personality that can take the day. Um, and it's not easy. It's not easy. I've gotten better at it. Um, but it's moments like these, or I have to admit that it's hard. It's not an easy thing to accomplish. Uh, and I think that gives me power in a way because I'm putting more work into my life than I'm realizing, and I don't give myself enough credit for it. Uh, like I'm too down on myself, but at the same time, it's like, well, everything around me feels down. My work, society, like there's a lot of things to feel negative about. There is, and I think that's one of the things the internet unfortunately has done. Like it's a side product of it because it's easy to find these like sad stories or stories that make you mad. Since that's so easy, so many people do it because we want to hear about it. Um, you know. So on top of work just being so, uh chart. Not maybe not a chart. Oh, okay, there we go. Not a chart, but it's not a graph. Is it a graph? Graph of and stress. So, okay. So stress up. Let's just do that, and then so we're just gonna say 2000s, thousands, 2010s. So here's a graph of work and stress. So you see in the 2000s, I had pretty much no work and I had some internet. Well, let's see, can I erase that? No, I took off the graph. I'm not used to this app, but I'm learning. So yeah, work. I essentially had no work. I had some internet, and it barely brought stress at all. Then the 2010s came, and then work, and then stress. I actually should switch that around, because work was my job at the time was actually pretty easy. Um, and then 2020s work and then internet. Like those two things are like they've just gone up in stress. You know, there's a lot more things around us to be stressful about. And maybe I just have a good sense of like pointing it out. I'm really good at pointing out when things are stressful. Because I focus on those things unintentionally. Like I'm just really good at that. Whenever there's a change going on, if I feel it, I latch on to it. Um, change just doesn't. It doesn't. it doesn't come naturally to me to change things up, you know? I like it when things stay consistent, but it doesn't. Um, so I'm trying to kind of accept that that's just part of my life. So I don't know. It's something I'm focusing on. I'm working on. Um, and like I said, just like putting this in front of my own face really does help me, you know? So this video is a place for me to feel free. Work has felt more unrewarding and less fulfilling, and I have no choice but to make my job more rewarding. Now, you might be saying, why? Why am I forced to do that? Oh, because I'm just not the kind of person that wants to feel negative all the time. I want to start feeling more positive. So, yes, I have no choice if I'm going to be there for 8 hours a day. So, here's a graph of just work and stress, and W is work, all right? And then I is internet. Okay? So in the 2000s, no work and some internet, so stress is really low. And then work and internet. And you might be saying, why is it going up? Well, because there's just more stressful things at work and then there's more stressful things on internet. What were stressful things about the internet in the 2010s? That's a good question. Politics. Politics, definitely. Uh, And then 2020s, work and internet are just sky high. Look at that. Internet's past the graph. And you might be saying, what's more stressful about the internet now than back then? And it's the news. The news is just everywhere you go, you just see bad news. And I don't think that's good for you. So, and then work has just become more stressful. So when I put this graph out here, it reminds me, like, I am someone who I need more patience. I need more guidance. I need more time to focus. I, I need to start. I need to start looking at the bright side of life. I need to start telling myself that everything's okay. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Okay. That was a good feeling.